Hello, friends and fellow note investors. This is Tracy Z with noteinvestor.com. And I've got a confession to make. I love a good planning and goal setting session. There's just something so alluring and satisfying about creating goals that match your vision. And I get to make a list, another deeply satisfying endeavor for me. But I've got a little secret for you. More than goal setting, something I love more than that, and that's a good system. Now, before you start thinking, here we go, another goal-setting New Year's Eve or New Year's resolution, I understand if you're tired of those. But what I'd like to do today is just share with you some quick tips that have really helped me over the years to implement systems to achieve the things I want to do for my note business. And this applies beyond your business to things you want to achieve personally as well. So the first thing I like to start with is a review process. Just think about what went well, what didn't go so well, what you learned, what you want to keep, what you want to delete. And the good news is you can do this anytime. It does not need to be at the end of the year. In fact, I prefer to work in 90-day blocks and then also break it down into monthly, weekly, daily. But a really good review process. And over the years, I used to always just be focused, what's the next goal? What's the next goal? And I've realized that wasn't serving me. And I really needed to step back and spend some time reviewing, number one, celebrating some wins. There's a great book called The Gap and the Gain. It really talks about taking time to celebrate your wins and let that sink in, and then really using that to help you decide what you want more of, what you want less of. And I think that's a really important part of this process when you start thinking about your goals. Of course, lots been written on setting goals, but really I like the systems that help you get there. And so while I have all sorts of systems from due diligence checklists and marketing plans and a closing guide and what to do to manage your note, I'm not talking about those kind of systems in today's video. What I want to talk about are the systems we use to keep us on track, to keep us motivated, to keep us accountable, to keep us doing the things that we need to do, taking those actions to achieve those goals. And I'd like to share with you today just 3 books. I've read a lot of books on this. I love this topic, but 3 that have really helped me over the years. I started out with the one thing, which really helps you focus in on the one question action that's your first domino to get the big things done. And then I moved into Atomic Habits by James Clear, which I also love. How you set your identity and you stack your habits and you do small compounding efforts every day and don't break those streaks. And then the last few years, I've really gotten into the 12-week year, which is the effort of working in blocks. So you can really achieve a lot in 90 days or 12 weeks. So it's just really a quarter, right? 4 quarters in a year. If you look at those, and it's very rewarding because you're not thinking, in a year, XYZ, you're thinking, I can get this done in 90 days. And each one of those 90-day blocks stack on each other to reach your ultimate big goal. And I've really enjoyed the 12-week year. And we call them the big rocks. You know, there's that old analogy where you put the big items in a bowl first and the other ones will fit around versus putting in the small things and then trying to get your big rocks in. So I call them, for me personally, the 90-day big rocks, the really big things that are non-negotiable. And they don't have to just be related to business. One of the things I like to do is set the tone of my day by doing things that are focusing and centering for my health and my mental well-being, whether it be exercise or reading or meditation, before I start my work day, because I find that sets me up to have the right attitude throughout the day. So I hope some of these tips have been helpful for you. I just published an article on the blog with more specific action items to help you with this. Every year, we like to set a note investing tools motto, kind of our focus for the year. And this year, the one we're focusing on would be smart systems, repeatable actions, equal reliable results. Because any system or any plan or any goal is worth nothing unless you implement it and take action. So I leave you with this. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction every time. So go out there, make 2025 come alive. And I'm here, would love to hear your comments and some of your great tools that you've used or books you've read over the years that help you implement your goals. Happy note investing.